Hello and welcome back to my channels, and in this video I'm going to show you the Hot Toys Iron Man Mark 21 Midas. This is the figures that I've been having up and down for a while, and then I first pre-ordered back in January 2021, and and then I spoke to the guy in Zavi around about April time, and then I didn't have a great feeling about it, about their service and the company, and in that live chat that I have, and then decided to cancel it after that, and then decided to try the Comic Cave and other figures and other diecast cars and stuff like that. And then recently I got enough with diecast cars and changed my hobbies into the figures again. So now first I have this hype, so I was into the Transformer, so I was so obsessed with 3A Transformer. And then I was so obsessed with the Gundam, and then I was obsessed with the cars, and then I'm now obsessed with the Hot Toys again. So I have this period of time when I decided to go with the one companies and then buy the whole loads of collection from them in one go. So it's like I said in one of my video before, I ordered 6 or 7 figures on eBay from Comic Cave in one day. It's like I just go mad on that. I still have one more to come actually. It's called Blue Steel, which I'm really excited to get this one as well. I never had a blue color in that 1/12 scale size. Anyway, so I canceled this pre-orders, and then I decided to get this one again. And now this time I did a little bit of research. I talked to side shows and Toy Wonderland. For some reason, the Toy Wonderland have these figures in very expensive price. They're like, really expensive, like equivalent of nearly like 900 or £1,000, which is crazy. I don't know why they put this price so high on this. Maybe it's just mistakes. I don't know. And the sideshow has a reasonable figures, and is about 400 US dollar. And with the tax and everything to the UK, that will ended up roughly about the same price to the in pound. So I want to get this a bit faster because I was gonna go on holiday this month. So I don't want to wait for the whole time to get this delivery from overseas. So I make a quick decision. I know the Zavi is based in UK. They have the office here, so I decided to go with Zavi again. And despite my first insecurity with the company, and I went there. And now I got it delivered yesterday, and very weirdly, I got this delivered without the brown shipping box. Every single Hot Toys Iron Man figures I receive from all kind of shops in the UK or overseas, they all come in a brown shipping box, and this figure looks like it's been opened before. And I was really annoyed and really disappointed with the Zavi, and saying, looks like this one has been already opened, and then you send me the someone return items or something like that. This is a £400 figures price. I mean, you should have checked before you send it to the customer for that kind of thing. I knew that they are not very caring to the customers from the first place, and that's why I canceled it in the first place. And despite that, I was stupid enough to go again. Partly because I have to go on holidays and so on and so forth. So, and now I have to talk to the customer service, and which is also terrible because they have no phone line, no email address, and the only service they have is on the website is 1,000-word message, and in that message you cannot even put more than one pictures. You gotta, if you understand multiple pictures, you gotta understand like a 5 different messages. And say in a part 1, part 2, part 3, here's a pictures 1, 2, 3, which is ridiculous, right? So I really have enough with Zavi. So I really don't recommend Zavi at all. And then the customer service guy said, "Oh, we're sorry. Yeah, we're gonna give you £5, in-store credit." I said, "What am I gonna do with £5?" Man, I can't even buy anything with it, £5, and what am I gonna do with it? Send it to my bank account, and nope, it has to be Zavi account. So, which is ridiculous. So there we are. So I don't recommend Zavi at all. Anyway, let's talk about the figure. Now, luckily, the figure doesn't have any major damage apart from a little scratch on the shoulder pad, which I'm gonna show you that in a minute. And then this ankle on the cover on the feet is not aligned, and that's another problem. Other than that, it seems to be no problem with the loose joints or missing a part or anything like that. So that's why I may be keeping this. I don't know if they offer me some solution. Anyway, so let's talk about this guy. Let's take a pause on this, and I'm going to show you a little bit comparison with the Comic Cave as well. Now, as you seen in my previous video on Comic Cave, I'm not going to go too much detail about it. So you can see the parts here if I zoom a little bit. So this is a rocket part that they come in here, but in here looks a bit more realistic because the paint here is all the same color, rose gold, and here is a silver color. That make more sense. Okay, so this is a major difference between the Comic Cave and the this Hot Toys. Now again, Hot Toy has a lot more featuring opening part in here. This is the one cool thing about Mark 7 figures. This is really cool. They have so many opening parts. It's unbelievable. The most opening part I've seen in Iron Man figures. So that's one. And also the I did mention to you before on the chest part. You see on the chest part here, it looks really cool with a different color, different texture. You got a lot of detail here. And in here, it's all the same color. Do you see that? And this is all the same color. There's no silver part, and also the lines are very unclear here if you look at it closely. And you see this line not very clear. Here is you can see all the little detail on the silver parts and all of those. And that is a really cool part of this figures here. So that's really nice. And also the back opening flags are very different as well. So here, as you can see, they're all open like this. Okay, they're all open like this. In here, they open sideways. So that's the another difference here. So other than that, I think the rest is pretty much the same. I wouldn't say too much difference in terms of the design wise. The color scheme is very different, so I don't like Comic Cave color scheme. I hated it. That's why I ended up buying the proper Hot Toys figures actually, because of the color scheme on the Comic Cave doesn't really satisfy me. So anyway, so and also you can see here the glossiness of these things are very different. So here you can see the very nice rose gold with the yellow gold, and here just one color, and they are not glossy or anything like that, so which is very dull. And that's one thing I have with this Comic Cave. Anyway, so let's talk about the actual Hot Toys now, not Comic Cave. Now let's look at this guy. This is quite heavy actually. I measure it's about 1 kilo, exactly 1 kilo, and 9999 basically, which is amazing. So I really like this rose gold part here. They are actually chrome effects, and you got the chrome effects on the chest part. The chest part is really cool. I mean, you can pull this off, and you can see inside of this. So just like any other Iron Man figures, and obviously this is not die-cast. As you can see, it's a plastic with magnet piece on it. So on the other surface, it's painted, which is nice. So all you gotta do is easily put it back in, and it will click it back in very nicely. You don't have to put any efforts in there whatsoever. And on the top of that, you got all the shoulder part. Let's put this hand down. So I'm not gonna do articulation on these figures, because you've seen all the articulation in my previous figures before. So I'm just gonna move on. I don't want the video will be too long. So and the rocker parts are nice. So somehow they're a little bit gold color effects, and you can see a different texture with the black, gold, silver. They're all nicely there. And this part is you can't actually push it down. This is actually fixed. Yeah, and then you can replace with the other parts around. So I have this normal part as well. Obviously, if you don't like the opening part, you can have the shut seal part like this. And you have all the normal part and weaponized version, so you can have either version. Okay, obviously all these parts you can actually fold it down. And then at the back, if I go a little bit, and you can see all these parts you can actually tucked in nicely. So this is how it looks. If you want to open this up, and it goes sideways, okay, it doesn't go up, which is very interesting, not like the same as Comic Cave. And so it's like that, so you gotta go sideways. And once you open it, it stays in that particular position, it doesn't actually move. And there's little paint scratch here, which I just found out now. I don't know whether it's dust or glue. I can't actually, or maybe it's a glue actually. It is a glue, I think. I don't want to scratch it either. I don't paint might come off. So anyway, and in terms of paint scratch, here's a paint scratch that I was talking about. So I have a feeling that someone has already opened these figures and played with it. And because when I open this, there are normally black foams and stuff wrapping around all the joints. And in this one, some of these rubber foam and stuff is kind of missing. Or the coming off broken, so I know that it's been played and opened before, and that's why maybe someone returned it. I have no clue. And you can see here there is a little scratch here. I think that's because I think it was trapped. It's very easy to get trapped in between this. You see this bicep, and that is a die-cast part. Okay, this is a plastic piece. So if this piece trapped in between there, and when you try to untrap it, I think it will be very tricky, and that's how you get scratch the paint. So you gotta be very careful with these figures because the paints are very easy to come off, not like any other figures I know. And other than that, I don't see any problem with this one. It's nicely there. You got all the LED lights opening, which is nice. And you got rocket piece here. They're also nice chrome gold here. They're all lovely there. And the battery parts are in these bicep. Okay, so in these two parts, that's where the battery is. And you got the head is magnet, so you just open it, it's become like that. And you got the top part with the little battery compartment. This is just like my Neon Tech version actually, because this is the same design from at the time from Iron Man 3. Infinity War and the End Games are in different design for the Iron Man, so they have the different chest piece as well. Anyway, so the bicep and everything articulated, as you know, and this one is not like a war machine. You cannot push it down. They're actually all sealed, and there is nothing hollow inside there. It feels quite heavy, I have to say. And then you got all the opening part here, which is also really cool. And even inside there is some kind of detail inside. I don't know if you can see on the camera. Yeah, so you can actually open it and you can see all the little silver part and all the technical wiring around inside there, which is really nice. If you want to push it back in, it's nice and easily done. Same with the other side. And on the feet, also the same. So this little part can actually open. These flaps, you can open it around. And at the back, also you can move this one up, just like the Comic Cave. Now, the difference is this one is, it has a little bit better details than Comic Cave. So you can see it's very nicely done here. And one problem I have, you see the boot cover, and this one actually shut properly, and you can see the joints in here. Not sure you can see that. Okay, and if you shut it, it's actually shut properly and sealed. It's flush. Now on this side, it's misaligned, and that's because the actual figures inside there, I think that where they glue this one in that joint is kind of misaligned. I don't think this is the problem with the Zavi. This is the problem with the Hot Toy itself. Maybe because of this, someone actually returned these figures because it's not aligned, which is kind of ugly. I mean, it's not like a big deal, okay? But if you can forgive and move on with it. But then again, who wants to forgive for £400? I probably might do, but most people will probably not, because it's £400 figures. You want to be absolute perfection on that. So you can see that it's not a lie. You can see no matter what you do on the feet, you can see it's really annoying. And that's one major problem I have in these figures. The rest of the paint and stuff, I look around everywhere. It seems to be okay with it. Apart from that little shoulder piece has a little scratch. Maybe a little bit here as well on there, but it's not like a major deal. And then the leg can come down. Obviously, you can actually open these pieces to make your articulation better. So yeah, you can have a lot of space here to move your legs to do whatever you want. But obviously, I don't normally do these things. And what I also can show you is this piece can actually open. So in a movie, I remember this is the stuff that where they have he shoot out all the flare for the rockets to to avoid hitting him. So this is, you can open this little piece in here, which is really nice. I mean, it's all a little detail like this in this figure. It has all the opening part. It's amazing. So I am very happy with these figures. Apart from these feet issues and little paint scratch here, otherwise I can easily forgive without the having a brown box. But anyway, so there we are. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bear in mind not to buy too much on the Zavvi store. I have negative experience with them, so but doesn't mean that everybody will be. I talked to the people on the social media. The feedback on Zavvi is kind of mixed, so take it as you wish. But for me, it's not a positive review on this one. But otherwise, the figure itself is stunning. I mean, this is a really amazing figure compared with the Comic Cave color scheme, completely different, off the chart. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.